three-part series, Trapped in Alaska. Pets getting caught in traps and snares on popular trails in the Matanuska Valley. It's been an increasing problem for residents. Now, Gretchen Parsons joins us with more. Gretchen, please tell us more about this.
Well, hi, John. First, I am going to give you a quick update on the election. We did have some new numbers come in right now. 91 precincts reporting out of the 124 precincts that there are. So far, Berkowitz in the lead with 60% of the vote. Dembowski with 39%. Now, it still is early on, so the numbers could change dramatically as the night does go on. But as you said, switching gears from Anchorage over to the Matanuska Valley, I'm bringing you part one of my three-part series on Trapped in Alaska. Now tonight on part one, an increasing problem in the Mat-Su Valley, hikers, dog walkers running into traps with their dogs. And tonight we are going to take a look at part one, and beware, some of the images are a bit graphic. The Matanuska Valley is Alaska's fastest growing community, known for its big vegetables, big outdoors, and big traps. For residents, the winding trails used for hiking or skiing are a big part of life.
I was skiing out at the Moose Range. That's an area out by Hatcher Pass on a trail groomed by the local ski club.
We were out hiking our usual run with the dogs. I was training for a winter 100-mile race, and you have to drag a sled.
Most of these stories start the same. People in the Mat-Su Valley getting exercise with their dogs, and unfortunately have a similar ending.
Heard this horrendous screaming and realized it was one of our dogs, and I guessed it was Annie because it sounded like her. And it just felt like it took us forever to get to her, and we couldn't really think about what was happening. We thought maybe a moose, maybe a bear encounter, but no, she was in a snare, and it was just the worst sound I've ever heard. I can still hear it in my head.
So I had bear spray with me. So I went running over, and the trap was probably about 15 feet off the trail. It wasn't very far off the trail. And she was just rocketing around, and she had this trap on her foot. I went to try to help her, and I don't know if she bit the bear spray or what, but the whole thing just exploded in my face. And her, too. It just went, it was this big orange. So now my dog is caught in a trap, and I've got a face full of bear spray.
One individual who asked not to be identified because of safety reasons had a similar experience with her dog in a conibear trap.
He was walking close to me, but I could tell that he was smelling something, and he just walked in front of me a few steps, maybe a foot, 2 foot in front of me, and he put his head down, and the trap was baited under snow, not marked. Had no idea it was there.
The individual is elderly and got a response almost as traumatizing as her trapped dog when she sought help.
I flagged down a pickup that was driving by, and as I was walking up to the pickup and over to the window, I saw there were traps in the back of the pickup, but I had to ask for help anyway. They rolled their window down, and I told them what was happening, and the one guy said, well, no, we're not going to help you, and they just kind of chuckled. I guess they thought it was funny. And they rolled their window up, and they just drove off.
These stories of dogs getting caught in traps in the Matanuska Valley are just several of many.
It was just a subculture I knew nothing about until that happened to us personally.
And as long as you're not trapping on private property, it's all perfectly legal.
You do anything to mess with their traps, and you're the criminal. Or if you see that it's obviously in a place that somebody's going to step on it and go ahead and spring it, there's fines and jail times. Something needs to change. I mean, it's apparently it's just going to take a small child to find one.
Well, tomorrow, Wednesday, on part 2, we're going to be looking at another danger traps on popular trails can cause. Back to you, John.
All right, thank you very much, Gretchen. It looked like more people starting to filter in down there at Election Central, so we'll check back in with Gretchen.